Hey, it's Joe Amoia, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com. Are you at that point in your love life where you're scratching your head and wondering why it's so difficult, why it's so hard, why someone like you is having such a hard time finding that love that they're looking for? Well, if so, I want you to pay close attention. You see, several years ago, I was in your shoes. I had put everything I could into this relationship. I did everything humanly possible to make my ex happy and to make the relationship work. And you know what happened? 28 days before walking down the aisle, I realized I was making the biggest mistake of my life. In fact, we both were. So we both came to our senses and we called the wedding off. Now, as a result of that experience, I did a lot of self-reflection. I took a lot of what I call mirror time. And that's where you take that good look in the mirror and go, what happened? How did I get here? How did I put everything I could into a relationship and still wind up with the short end of the stick? Well, as a result of that experience, I learned something really dramatic. It was one of those aha moments. And that was the reason why I was struggling in my love life is because no one ever taught me how to succeed. And I guarantee you that's one of the major reasons why you're struggling as well. If you look back at it, you're intelligent, you're smart, you probably have a lot of formal education and training. But how much of that training revolved around understanding what it takes to create great results in your love life? If you're honest, none, right? Well, I get it. And that's why I created GPS for Love. Because GPS for Love is that place where you can go to get real life tips and strategies that will help you create better results in your love life. See, I'm all about one thing and one thing only, creating results. But not just creating results you really want in your love life. See, there's a lot of sites out there, a lot of these experts who talk about getting a guy or catching a guy. But what you got to understand is what happens once you get him? What happens once you catch him? If he's not the right guy and you don't pick the right guy for the right reasons, ultimately you're going to waste more of your time and you're going to wind up back where you started, alone, single, and having to navigate the dating pool or the dating cesspool, as I call it. See, once you understand that there are things that you can do to put you in position to win the game of love, then the game becomes a lot easier. Now, that doesn't mean that you play games. I'm not for playing games at all. It's all about authentically showing up as you are from the very beginning, being clear on what you're looking for, being able to interview a guy in such a way that he doesn't feel you're interrogating him, but he understands that you're simply a woman who's looking to create a result in her life. And when you do that and you show up a certain way, when the right guy comes along, he's going to see that you're this amazing woman, and he's not going to care that there's this competition, all these other women that he can date out there, because when he understands that you're the right woman for him, he's going to have no problem committing to you. It's one of the things that you're going to learn when you sign up to receive our latest tips and strategies is that there's this myth out there about guys and that we can't commit, that we can't be faithful to a woman, and it's in our caveman DNA to sow our seed throughout the land. And it's just not true. Now, is that true for some guys? Absolutely. I'd be a liar and I'd be dishonest if I'd say that it wasn't. The reality is there are a lot of guys out there like that. Those are the guys you need to avoid. Even if there's great chemistry, you have to be able to recognize that this guy isn't a good, healthy relationship partner. And that's one of the things you're going to learn when you sign up for these tips and strategies is how to recognize and identify those guys before you give them your heart and your other body parts. You know what I'm talking about, right? So I just have one question for you. Are you willing to open your heart and your mind to learning important tips and strategies that will help you create better results in your love life? If you are, there's only one thing you need to do. In the box to the side, you see a little sign up form. All you do is put your name and email address in there. And when you do that and you click on sign me up, you're going to put yourself into our database. And we're going to periodically, usually twice a week, send you the latest dating tips and strategies that you can use to create better results in your love life. Now, again, this isn't the fluff stuff, okay? I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, and I'm not going to tell you how to do things which don't feel right and don't feel authentic to you. It's not about that. It's about learning how to navigate the complex world of men dating and relationships. Because contrary to popular belief, it's not as difficult as it appears. And like I said in the beginning, the only reason it appears that way is because no one ever really showed you the way to get those results. And that's what we're all about here at GPS for Love. So go ahead, put your name and email in the box below, and I'll see you in the future. Have a blessed day. Much love.